A lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Hey, here we go, son. Go.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Fields changing the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 63 yards. And the Steelers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Jets 0. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. In motion right goes Adams. To throw, it's Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off. And guess what? The quarterback's down.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Rodgers. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Being chased out left. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he's got it inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 57 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
There he goes left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And Wilson in motion left. Fields now to throw.
Caught. It's Wilson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200+ right now. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Nelson. Go.
Harris running straight ahead. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Now Fields going to move him around.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, 551. Easy. Tonight.
Here's Fields. Here's one deep for Pickens. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
58-26.
Gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Jets.
Inside.
First and 10 at the 48.
To throw is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Rodgers.
Out right, he's got Ruckert.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
Second and 6 from the 10. A give running right is Hall.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Hall again.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Here we go, shot.
They'll sneak it with Taylor.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
We just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
They'll run with Hall.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
One more time with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the 3rd quarter will start from the 30.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The slot man in motion right.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hall again.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
58.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Hey, Ken.
Now it's Fields.
Well, the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Back to throw. Fields.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
No more. Here we go. Monday.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Here's Fields.
Caught by Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
Throwing again is Fields.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Now Fields.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens.
27 yards.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Check 30. Hey, Mike.
Throwing now is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check 26. Yeah, this.
Rodgers going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, Fields flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
Here we go. West right fit. Chimps clear. Go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And a completion to Wilson. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here we go, side. Extend. Right.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Fields. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Go to 50.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
38-yard line.
Inside.
Here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
No.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. That one taken in by Corley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll give to Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, 88.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
Jump out!
Now it's Rodgers.
This completes a Corley.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because you're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Now 2nd and 9.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. You good? Yep. Hey, Ken. Say hi.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 9. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
Here we go, son. All right.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Gotta hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Here's Fields.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Steelers 35, Jets 27. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Here we go, son.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.